What's good with the chat? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all chilling. Hope y'all got a night rest, some sleep. I hope y'all chilling. I hope y'all getting breakfast or about to get breakfast or had a good breakfast. I hope your morning going smooth. If there's anybody in the chat already, can you tell me how the volume is? Ain't nobody in the chat. It's just me. So I guess this is the point where I'm supposed to practice and train myself to talk about everything that comes to mind, because I do realize that there's a lot of downtime in the airspace of my streams. And even though the music is going, I'd like to put it into the airspace as well, contributing to the zeitgeist, whatever the hell that means. But being open and vocal and vulnerable with what I'm thinking, with what I'm hearing, how I'm feeling emotionally, mentally, physically. Sharing yourself, I think, is one of the most noble things you can do, to be honest. Being able to truly give a piece of yourself to the content that you make. To be real with yourself, to know that you're putting something out there with your name on it, to put something out there authentic. And that's my goal, right? It's to create a community. My bad, y'all. I'm cleaning the stream deck. But I think it's important that we try to create a balance with what we put out. Really try to aim at yourself first. Make content for yourself first. I think that's the key, really. That's the key. If you can make content for yourself that you enjoy enough to share it with others, I think that's already significantly better than whatever other content might be out there. Disingenuous content is rampant. It's plentiful. It's abundant. It's oversaturating. I think it's time we took real content into our own hands. I think it's time that we contribute content that requires us to be vulnerable, requires us to put into it what we wouldn't have expected of ourselves. It requires something deeper than what we think is funny and deeper what we think is cool or entertaining, but a piece of ourselves, like literally just us. I think that's where content is the most enjoyable. I think that's when content is the most relatable. And I think a lot of the times we miss out on the content that's relatable for a quick laugh. But the stuff that is relatable leaves that lasting impression. I think lasting impressions are significantly more powerful than a moment's laugh. Don't get me wrong, I love funny content. I love nonsense content. I truly do. I truly do. Nonsense content has its place. But I do believe that that is not going to be my only contribution. I've got too much to say, too much substance. The soup is thick. The soup is thick. The stew is plentiful. We got substance over here for real. So while I do enjoy the nonsensical video, the silly laugh, I think my contribution to content in the airspace, in the ether, on the cloud, is more geared towards authenticity and just being my truest self. for people to either witness, relate to, and enjoy. And I think my biggest qualm with that is finding it in myself to recognize that I am worthy of speaking my truth. I am worthy of sharing myself with others. I am worthy of creating this content and have people view it. My content is worthy, you know? That's my biggest issue right now. That's my biggest issue right now. Is getting past the mental block, the mental cascade of, is it good enough? Am I good enough? Getting past the thought process of, this is not worth posting. Because truly, all of it is worth posting, and in that, of course, nothing is worth posting, and then that just doesn't make sense. That's not true. There's definitely limits to a lot of these things. I feel like there's content that that shouldn't exist, right? Like hate shouldn't exist online. I feel like online is so powerfully, unnaturally integrated into all of our lives that the existence of hate only perpetuates the idea that online has limits. But how can you limit airspace? What are the limitations of freedom of speech? You know? At what point does the freedom of speech infringe upon others? So, you know. I digress. Like I said, I need to be under the I need to be of the mindset that my content is worth sharing. And that's my goal for 2025. Coming to terms with allowing my content to exist, as well as being more confident in sharing it. I think that would be the most powerful thing for me this year. Allowing my content to exist. Yeah, that felt good. That felt good. I'm slowly but surely getting more confident and comfortable with just chatting, just speaking my mind. That's the goal. I don't ever want any part of the stream to be empty space. Whether it be just the music or the game, I want my voice to be heard as well, consistently. And that's one of my goals. I think today we're probably going to try to fix a vision board.